Well, the weather turned out okay at the end of the day. The wind has dropped away, or at least I'm lucky enough to find a little sheltered spot. This is what I've just been trying at 100 meters. Now, as I promised, I would chronograph it, but for some reason the chronograph has come up with error 2 halfway through the 30 shot roundup. So what have we been using? It's the Anschutz 1761 in 2.2. It's got the, starting at the back, it's got a cheek razor and a Atlas monopod. Coming through, we've got a scope bubble just to keep me nice and level, and that is sat on a Picatinny rail. And on top we have an IOR 3 to 25 by 50, which is a first focal plane scope. Not the finest reticle for group shooting, but nevertheless a very nice scope. Then we've got the Atlas, what is that, 46 something or another, I can't remember what it is, PSR I think it is, 46, and with the leg extensions and the cheapest chips. SAC mod. Now, as we can see, we step forward on the chronograph. This is the reading I've got, unfortunately. Now, I don't know if it would have recorded anything. 1086, no, 1065 is the lowest. 1092 is the fastest, I think, is the way it works. And the average is 1087. Ooh, 2684 extreme spread. But a standard deviation is only 7.34, which is good. The first 10 where the chronograph didn't pack up, the slowest was what, 1070, the fastest was 1100, and the average was 1085. And there's the figures for the extreme spread and standard deviation. Now, that's okay, I'm pretty happy with that. But now, looking at the target, which is, if I can get it, all the way down there, sun's in my eyes, I'm going to take you down with me and we're going to have a look. Now, from what I could see, it did look extremely good, so we will soon see. Luckily enough, where I've been shooting, the two fields meet, and it's not a private lane, it's just a lane between two fields, which obviously is part of the farmland, so there's no access to it other than to the fields. So, sorry to have to walk you down there. So if you're watching this, what I should have said would have been skip it a bit earlier. So we fired 10 fowlers to sight the gun in, and I took an educated guess and dialed in 2.1 mil for elevation, which was pretty spot on, because my first shot was just underneath that X, and that's from clean. That's a clean barrel there. So there's my first 5, and that's clean. Look how much, I don't know, well, you can see that as it's fouled up a bit, it's got better. Now, that was my first group of 10. There is a bit of wind, so I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but I would imagine that's about 1.5 inches. And then I done this, so there's 8 in that hole, 1 there and 1 there. That can't be any more than 1 inch. I wouldn't have thought, but I will put it in the comments down here. I mean, even though the SD is not spectacularly brilliant, the results on the board certainly tell me that my rifle favours this ammunition over the SK long range match. This one, that is definitely a flyer, because it didn't, by then the chronograph wasn't working, it didn't sound like it had gone stupidly fast or anything. It just went up there. I have no idea why. But if you look at the vertical on this one, is next to nothing. Vertical is going to be less than ½ an inch, and I think the SK would normally give me a vertical of around an inch. So looking at this, I think this could become my ammunition of choice, but I also have Ely to try and some Lapper. I've not tried any of this is the only premium match ammo I've tried. So here again, it's mainly wind, and I don't know how well we can pick up the vegetation moving here. I mean, as you can see, there is a good breeze, so to get those results, I am well chuffed with that. I've got some more ammo with me. I think I'll do another string of 30 up here for you and see if I can get the chrono results for the 30, which will be a part 2 of R50 at 100. We'll see what I can do. Hopefully the chronograph won't pack up this time. Don't know why it did, but I'll do the 30 again, see if I can get the true figures for it. But there we go, R50 at 100, and I'm definitely liking this.